Hi everyone, Sabrina from Campbell's Freedom Farm, and we finally plant the wheelbarrow. Now remember, go back to my original one last year's that I used the red salvia and stuff, but it really went into depth of the soil and everything that I used. Okay, now when you plant a wheelbarrow, it's really important you just don't fill it with flowers and you don't even know it's a wheelbarrow. The whole idea of a wheelbarrow is supposed to look like you're just walking along filled with plants. Now it could be flowers, foliage, herbs, whatever, but don't fill the sides. Pick one focal where it's bending. So for me, I want the tip like it looks like I'm going to drop it. So I'm going to make it look like that. So let me show you the first plant. Last year, I used the Silver Falls, which is an artemisian. That's the reason I want to use this. One, it matches with my other stuff, but it's going to cascade down just like last year, and it's going to look like it's about to fall out. It also hits the ground, and there's already something that's growing from last year. It's really interesting. So I'm using Silver Falls again. I tried to change it up, but I really like this look. Then, when I plant, I want to plant the sides first, because I want to make sure it's going to stay up in the boundary. I don't want to shove it in so it's bouncing that way. So the next one, let me grab it real quick. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to plant the sides next. I have my spiller that looks like it's going to fall over, which is fitting because it's Silver Falls. Then I'm going to do the gazania plant, and this is out of South Africa, and it's really beautiful. And we're doing the New Day rose. It's a stripe. Now, what does this represent? It represents wealth and richness. So I hope this wheelbarrow brings wealth and richness. So I'm going to put this in, and then next to it, I'm going to do the moss rose flower. Now this is actually a succulent. So this and the last flower really can handle the heat. That's why I'm using them in the wheelbarrow. And because remember, it gets hot in this metal and it's raised up. This represents confessions of love. I mean, I love the meanings of these. So I'm just going to alternate all the way back to the wheelbarrow base. Okay. All right. Let me put this side in real quick. All right. The next thing you do is you fill in with all the middle stuff. You have the spiller and the sides. And remember, the sides you want something tight to keep it up. And that way it looks like a wheelbarrow. So we're using the Globe Amaranth, which I just love. I think the purple really represents a lot of love, happiness, and everything. So let me separate these. All right, and I'm really putting these very tightly, because what happens is if you crowd something, it'll go up for sun, and I want these to go up a little bit. So I think it'll be really stunning. Now, remember, the Globe Amaranth is edible, and it's also great for crafts, because if we cut these and dry them with the purple on them, it'll stay that color. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to put in is some beautiful yellow marigolds. Okay, it's funny, I always loved the marigolds, They're always happy, full of sun, which is interesting because this whole time, this represents inside of you, you have that happiness, the sun inside you. I thought that was really cool, but it also means you have the strength of the sun. So I'm going to put these in the middle, and I'm leaving space because these get very large. I might just put 2. Now, let me get the last one behind me. Oh. I'm going to use a purple verbena. And remember from other videos, the verbena represents, well, it's associated with prayer and healing and creativity and happiness. So between the sun and the verbena and the money you're going to get in the wealth from the other plants, we should be set, right? Only if I get 1,000 subscribers, then we're going somewhere. So what I want with these is to fold downwards. So I'm not going to put them straight up. I'm going to tip them. So I'll probably use 3. And remember, it's okay to plant sideways. And it'll like trailing. It's a very good trailer, really. Okay. Now, the last step in this is I'm going to put a slow release fertilizer, and even though these are really plants that like it dry, these conditions are different than in the ground. Always remember that. And then I'm going to put 2 inches of mulch. But remember, watch my last video. It shows you how I prepare the soil, which is so important in something that's raised like this. But wheelbarrows are so fun. Or other buckets. You know, we're going to do a bucket with herbs and stuff. Just to remember, pick plants that can handle the conditions. It's very hot when they're up in the air like this, and with shallow roots. And also ones that will just really perform in those conditions. Not only survive, but perform. But this will be stunning. I'll be really curious to see how different it is from last year's. And I thought I buried the remote. This is Sabrina from Campbell's Freedom Farm. Please subscribe, like, and share.